Hmm. Do you really want to know? Are you really interested in what really happens? Will you be disappointed? Will you be surprised? Will you be outraged? Better yet, will you believe that what's been discovered is really the truth? Do you even care? Or will you continue to accept what others tell you as the whole truth and nothing but the truth? There's a scene in the first Godfather movie where Michael Corleone and his wife Kay are discussing Michael taking over his father's business. Michael states that his father is no different than any other powerful man,
I'm working for my father now, Kay.
like a senator or president.
He's been sick. Very sick.
But you're not like him, Michael. I thought you weren't going to become a man like your father. That's what you told me.
My father's no different than any other powerful man. Any man who's responsible for other people. Like a senator or a president.
You know how naive you sound.
Why?
Senators and presidents don't have men killed.
Oh. Who's being naive, Kay?
There was an article recently in the Australian papers concerning the isolation to the outside world of some of the people living in North Korea. The writer expressed how the people know nothing of the outside world and believe they are living in paradise, just as the outside world can only guess what is going on inside North Korea. That same naive understanding or lack of understanding is not limited only to quote-unquote poor and or less developed countries. Also, the so-called rich countries are not immune. The UK, Australia, the US, the whole world all have those who believe whatever they are programmed to believe. Now I know there will always be some who couldn't give a rat's ass, and that's fine. And I also know that no one can know it all. Even the most informed still will not know everything. Please don't conclude because of my statements that I think I know it all, or I know who's deceiving who. I know next to nothing, if anything, of what the truth is. However, being in Australia for about a year and a half, I have learned so much more than I knew about other parts of the globe. Australian news weekly covers pretty much the entire world. I'm like, wow. In the US, the news seems to only be concerned with what is happening locally. Growing up in that type of situation, one can develop a small point of view of the world. Just being on my block was never enough for me. I've always wanted to see and experience other places. When I was a kid, I used to ride my bike to different neighborhoods to see what was up. There is another side to being isolated from other places, and that is the side of what do people in other places know about you, or more specifically, what do you know about me? Just like me, people from other places possibly only know what their country expresses. Even in quote-unquote free America, the country controls what comes in as well as what goes out. Being in another country, I have personally experienced how America portrays me to the world. I mean, I know how my country and the president feel about me.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
It's the betrayal, the truth.